Welcome back to my YouTube channel where I'm going to teach you all the things about money that you wish you learned in school, all right? So this particular YouTube clip is all around investing and perhaps what's preventing you from investing. So perhaps you're thinking like it's a really daunting task. If someone says to you, hey, do you want to invest your money? Where does your mind go? Where does it go from there? Does it go, oh my God, that sounds so daunting. That sounds such a big leap in my finances. It sounds like, oh, I don't know where to start. I'm overwhelmed. What if I lose money? And all these fears start coming up for you. Like what it might be if you want to go and buy a house. It's a big deal. You're like, okay, I've got to look for the house, got to be the right house, got to have the building and pest inspection, got to have the lawyers on board, got to get my finances in order. What if it falls into a sinkhole? What if it's got what? I mean, all these stories we create anxiety, and it prevents us from moving into action. Investing in property or shares, the two great assets that produce income that people ought to be sticking with. Investing in shares is so much easier. It's not as protracted or as administratively painful as buying a car or buying a house. It's not. You could actually start investing in shares and index funds in, I would say, 15 minutes. You'd be done, literally. And you can do it all from your phone. That's how simple investing is in assets these days. In 2022, of course. Now, when Robert Kiyosaki and those guys were writing books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and George Clason was writing The Richest Man in Babylon and all these wonderful financial books, they actually didn't have at their disposal things like iPhones, right? Things like online brokers, things like, online education like this, like YouTube. That's why people think still, even today, that investing is this long, drawn-out, daunting process where they're going to lose money. I'm going to lose, oh my God, if I invest, I'm going to lose it all, right? Why? Why do you have that mindset? Firstly, investing is really simple. As I said, 15 minutes and you're done. That's how simple it can be. And then once you do that, if you invest correctly and you have the right information and you're educated, you're not going to lose any money. So, there's really no excuse now in the year 2022 why people from 18 years and onwards are not putting away a portion of their income and investing into assets through their phone. Honestly, it's that simple, right? The problem lies in all the rubbish that's out there about crypto and people becoming rich overnight with NFTs, gold, and the dollar's gonna lose its value, and oh my God, and all this fear mongering going on, right? With people trying to sell you something. But the reality is when you're starting out, you stick to shares and you stick to an index fund, wonderful, right? Very hard to make a mess of that. But once you do that and build it up, then you move into real estate. And if you're just focusing on residential real estate that you understand, that's simple, in your hometown that you know, then very hard to stuff that up too, okay? Particularly if you're not borrowing too much money. So the actual process of investing for both of those is actually quite simple. And that's the area or the circle of competence you want to stay around. Anything outside of there, just don't do it. Don't go and play the crypto game. Don't go and play NFTs. Don't go and try and pick penny stocks and gamble and trade. Don't try and flip houses and just keep it simple. Just keep it simple. And as I said, you can set up within 15 minutes. If you want to learn about how to do that, maybe grab one of my books. I'm going to talk about it in this one. And you'll learn because there's some really simple mini courses that go with this, right? And this that you can do that will set you up and you get you going, right? My wife implemented something out of these books I talk about. And she's got about $30,000 in this particular investment process she's doing. Now, you've got to educate yourself because you've got to make the decisions. You've got to make the decisions. And I think too many people are asking, and it happens to me all the time, they're like, Lloyd, tell me what to invest in. What index fund, what share, what online broker platform should I do? And I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm not here to recommend anything. I don't want to give you the broker to use. I don't want to tell you what to buy because that's financial advice. I'm not about that. I'm here to educate you. Okay, I'm here to teach you to find answers yourself. Where do you find answers? Read bloody books. Ask questions. Engage. how many people, so many people come in my Facebook group every day or hit me up on Instagram, and all that I've got to do is ask questions, but not what do I buy and how do I do it, because I'm giving you the answers. And that's just going to disempower you. What I want you to learn is be educated, financial education. So as I said before, learn about index funds. Hey, I talk about one particular in my book. Learn about what they are, what they're made up of, why they're effective, and learn about real estate. Learn about how to even start. I ask someone if you want to buy property, they say, oh, I want to go and invest in property. I'm like, which one? They go, I have no idea. I'm like, how much do you need for a deposit? No idea. How much do you need to borrow? No idea. You have no idea, so how are you going to do it? Start out actually getting into the detail, and you'll start to allay those fears that are preventing you from investing, okay? And as I said, you can start 15 minutes. That's all it takes. It's not difficult. I think that the real challenge lies in this. It lies in actually doing nothing once you've done it. That's where people struggle the most. It's not doing the investing, right? You may struggle at that too. They do struggle there for sure. They don't know what to do. But once you actually create your online broker and you buy into an index fund and you're putting small amounts of money in there, then you're building it up over time and you're just doing that repeatably. Like if you repeat that, you'll be wealthy. The problem is people don't. They start, oh, I need my money for this other thing, and they take it out and they go and spend it on something else. The real effort begins once you buy. It's just about having the patience, all right? That's the trick. But the other thing is this, if you are feeling daunted because you're worried about losing money, that's the real worry people have when it comes to investing in shares, right? Or even real estate for that matter. But if you've got that feeling, why don't you just start with investing $100? Like how many times have you gone out and spent $100 on drinks? Now, with inflation, you go outside your house, just flip and spill $100. Cost me $50 the other day to get a haircut, right? Don't comment on my haircut. I'll tag my barber in here. Did that one on a Facebook reel the other day. Someone was getting up me about my haircut. Anyway, so I tagged my barber. I said, you need to talk to him. Anyway, so $100. Like how often do you spend $100? Instead of going out this weekend and spending $100 on alcohol, just start investing $100. Just do that and you're done. Now, if you do lose it all, who cares? Doesn't matter. Too many people are thinking it's got to be a wild, massive, flippin' life event to go and start investing. It's BS. Set aside 10% of your money. Start investing into something like an index fund. Educate yourself first so you know what it is and you know why and you know how to stay there. And just keep repeating that process until you're rich. I mean, that's really it. It's not that hard. It's just a mindset. So I would suggest that you go and start making a bit of a mess. Go and learn, just make your first transaction. Same as when you're in business, if you're trying to start a side hustle. When I mentor people, they say, oh, I want to go, I've got this idea and that idea. I'm like, great, go make a sale. They go, what? I'm like, just go make one sale. So what do you mean? I'm like, go make a sale first. What does that mean? It means go and prove that the people want this business. Because if they can't do that, then there is no business. And it's like, oh, what if it doesn't work out? I'm like, that's okay. You got to go and test it. You got to go and get your hands dirty. Get your hands dirty. Go and make that small investment of $100. Go and make that side hustle sale. Go do it, right? Because that's how money works. You got to go and learn. So try not to actually think of it as too daunting a process. Start small and build up from there. All right. So I hope that helps. If you enjoyed this episode, leave me a comment below. Okay, leave me a comment below. I'll come back and I'll see it and I'll come and reply to you. Right, we'll have a conversation in the comments. Feel free to do that. And of course, if you're getting value from this one or any of the other YouTube clips, grab it, share it with a friend. That'd be awesome. And hit the subscribe button if you want to get notified of new episodes that are coming out all the time. Right, I'm creating a lot of episodes around this topic. And if you pop in the comments what you want to learn too, and please don't put in there, tell me what index fund to buy, because I'm not going to tell you. But if you want to learn anything specific about money, investing, entrepreneurship, leave it in the comments too and I'll do a YouTube clip just for you, all right? Hit me up on Instagram @LloydJamesRoss and let's start having a conversation about your money, your wealth, and teaching you all the things about money that you wish you learned in school.